Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be building a sim rig. Basically, it's a stand to hold the pedals and the steering wheel as well as a chair for playing racing games on your computer. Some have motion like this one, but mine was going to be rather simple and basic. I saw these plans online for a PVC based sim rig, and while I didn't follow his plans exactly, I based mine off of his. So I got all the PVC pipes cut and all the joints and laid them out on the floor. At first I assembled it roughly, not putting any force on the joints, just to make sure there was no critical errors. As you can see, some of the parts didn't quite line up yet, as the joints weren't pushed in as far as they needed to be. Then I began to push in all the joints as far as they could go. As for the chair, I used an old office chair that I had that happened to be a bucket seat, which works perfectly for this project. I had some boards cut up to rest the chair, pedals and seat on, and I began to mock them into position here. Then hardware's closed and I was unable to get any bolts, so instead I decided I'm going to Dremel and zip tie every single joint on this project. Now this isn't the smartest idea, but it's all that I had, and using the zip ties allowed for easy adjustment. My Dremel drill bit wasn't quite big enough to drill the holes, so every hole I drilled I had to push the Dremel sideways. This allowed the holes to be big enough for the zip tie to fit through at the angle I wanted and tie onto the PVC. So here you can see the footboard mounted in place. Running the zip ties was rather hard, but I chained zip ties together in order to get the distance I needed. After that, there was a lot more drilling, a lot more zip tying, and a lot more marking, and that was basically all that was left to do. You'll notice some of the boards are double stacked, so for these ones I had to drill the holes together so that way they lined up perfectly for the ties to go through. I didn't need to leave space for a monitor because I plan to use a VR headset with this rig. I had to double up the board underneath the chair, just so that I can get enough height to see the steering wheel at the right angle. So then I had to drill the holes on that board to match the holes on the other board. And finally it was to add the chair. And here's the finished rig. Now, it's a little bit rough, but until hardware's open back and I'm able to buy a saw and some bolts, it will be a little bit rough. I do plan to paint this, and I will spray paint it all black, as well as neaten up the edges so you can't cut yourself on the boards. Overall, the rig has been really fun, and I've played with it for a couple of days now, and honestly it's just amazing to just be able to sit down and feel like it's actually in a car, and it way beats sitting at a desk on a rolling chair trying to press the brake pedal. So thanks for watching, and there's huge work happening on the RC boat. You'll get an update on that very soon, but until then, I'll see you soon.